Alright, so here today we're back on Pokemon TCG Pocket. Hopefully all of you guys are having a good day. Hopefully you guys are ready for this one. We have our first official look at the entire new set here, and it is a lot of stuff here, so be ready for this. This is a massive set. New to the channel, like and subscribe, it helps out a ton. This is your brand spanking new, yes, you heard me right, your brand spanking new Johto said that you've been waiting so long for. Every card has been revealed for. We'll talk about which sort of pack is better to kind of go for, as there seems to be an idea here of which card is, or which cards are genuinely sort of shining, right? Over here, let's jump into it. Let's have some fun. As always, comment down below. Legends, be subscribed when I enter the giveaway. We'll start announcing winners officially when the set launches tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Let's get into it. Here we go. We're starting off with the grass entire sort of, I guess, element here, line here. We're picking up Oddish, 50 HP, Poison Powder, 10 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. We have Gloom, 80 HP, Leaf Step. We have 40 damage over there for 2 energies. We have Blossom, 130 damage, health, which is, yeah, okay. 2 over there being the HP. We then have Petal Dance, 60 times. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 60 damage for each heads. This, again, Pokemon is now confused. We have Tangela over there, Sleep Powder 20. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep, 80 HP. Tangrowth over there, 130 HP. Grass Knot, 10 plus. This attack does 40 more damage for each energy in your opponent's active Pokemon retreat cost. So there you go. Which is, yeah, wow, 10 plus. This attack does 40 more damage for each energy in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. That's something. Okay. Scyther over there, 70 HP slash 20 damage. Pinsir, 90 damage, 90 HP, sorry, 3 energy, Guillotine. That's what we have over there as well. Over here, we have the next sort of line of stuff. We got Chikorita over there, 1 energy, Razor Leaf, 20 damage. Bayleaf over there, 90 HP, Vine Whip, 40 damage. And then over there, we have the evolution line fully going through. So I wonder, are we getting EX for this one? Doesn't show here. 150 HP, Bloom, Shine, 80 damage, 3 energy. Heal 20 damage from each of your Pokemon. Pretty nice. Over here, this is the leaked one, 60 HP, Bug Bite, 20 damage. Another leaked one over here, 80 HP, 50 damage for 1 energy. Skip Loom, 70 damage, sorry, 70 HP. Why do I keep doing that? 40 damage, Seed Bomb over there for just 1 energy. Hoppip over there, 20 tackle, 50 HP. Jumpluff, 120 HP. We have Fluffy Flight. Pretty cool. Your active Pokemon has no retreat cost. Spinning attack, 60 damage. There you go. That's you over there. Next up, we have we have our first EX Shuckle over there. Okay. Sunkern, we have Blot, 20 damage, heal 10 damage from this Pokemon, 40 HP. Sunflora, 90 HP, Solar Beam, 70 damage. Yanma, 60 HP, U-Turn, 20 damage. Switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. Yanmega over there, 90 HP, Bug Buzz, 60 damage. Cherim, 80 HP, Seed Bomb, 40 damage. Cherubi, 50 HP, and Fruitstastic, pretty much. Static, yeah? Yeah, Static, rather. If this Pokemon has a Pokemon tool attached, attacks used by this Pokemon cost 1 less energy. Over there, Sweets Relay, 10 plus. Back to Sweets Relay. If one of your Pokemon used Sweets Relay during your last turn, this attack does 20 more damage. Heracross, we have 90 damage, Single Lunge. 40 plus. If this Pokemon has no damage on it, this attack does 40 more damage. That's what we have over there. Okay. Shuckle EX, 120, Solid Shell. This Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from your attacks. Triple Slap 20 times. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 20 damage for each heads. Oof, we have Entei in there, but we don't have Entei EX. Would be very depressing. Pineco over there, 2 energy, Ram, 30 damage, 60 HP. Typhlosion, 140 HP, Fire Breath. Once during your turn, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon burned. 2 energy, 60 damage. So are we not getting any EX for this either? What the hell? Combustion over there, 80 HP, 30 damage. Cyndaquil, 60 HP, 20 damage. There's no way we're not getting EXs for any of those, right? Ninetales over here, 100 HP, Scorching Breath, 120. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. Blaine Comeback? What the hell? Vulpix, 2 energy, live cold, 30 damage. Ho-Oh. So again, Ho-Oh is sort of the... Like, what's the phrase here? The star of the set. So, in any case, if you're going for anything here, the Ho-Oh side of it might just be the better side, just because, again, a lot of players really want to go and form something with Ho-Oh, and there is a lot that you can literally form here with Ho-Oh. So, that's sort of where it stands. Depends, again, on what you want to go for, but Ho-Oh is seemingly the starter of the show here. Entei, 110 HP, 4 energy, strong flare, 110, flip a coin. If tails, discard 2 random energy from this Pokemon. Okay. Magby over here, 30 HP, Toasty Toss. Take a fire energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your benched basic Pokemon. Magcargo, Spirit Fire. One other Pokemon, and either yours or your opponent's, is chosen random 3 times for each time a Pokemon was chosen. Do 50 damage to it. So either yours or your opponent's. Okay. Just add more gacha while we're at it, dude. Just add more randomizing to it. So it's like, it's one of the other Pokemon. Choose it at random 3 times. For each time, 50 damage. That's like a... Okay. Slugma over there. Stampede. Poliwhirl, 90 HP. Wave Splash. Poliwag, 60 HP. Water Gun. Heatmore, 90 HP. Roasting Heat, 30 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is burned, this attack does 60 more damage. Darmanitan over here, 120. Heat Blast, 70 damage. Darumaka, 70 HP. Flop. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Oh my god, they did Kingdra EX. Are you telling me we're not going to get a single dog or a single starter in the set? I better see for Alligator. I'm going to be so pissed. Magikarp, 30 HP. Splashing Dodge, 10 damage. If flip a coin, if heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage and effects done to this Pokemon. Kingdra, Stormy Prison. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. Okay. That's kind of cool, I guess. Seadra over here, Razor Fin. Just 50 damage for 2 energy. Horsey, 30 damage. Hook. Politoed, 140. Lordly Cheering. As long as this Pokemon is your benched, on your bench, attacks used by your Pokemon that evolve from Poliwhirl do 40 plus damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Hyper Voice, 60 damage. That's unironically kind of cool. Over there for Alligator, 150. Yeah, it looks like none of them are getting an EX here. Yeah, none of them are going to get an EX. None of the starters, none of those... Wow, okay, so far, but let's keep going. For Alligator, 150, Destructive Whirlpool, 90. Discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Over there, Croconaw, 90 HP, Bite, 40 damage, Totodile, 60 HP, Wave Splash. Gyarados over here, we already kind of read through, as that was the leaked one. Yeah, so it looks like none of them are getting it. Ouch, Lanturn got it. Marill over there, Tackle, 10, what is it, damage, 60 HP. Azumarill over here, we have 110 HP. Thick Fat. This Pokemon takes negative 30 damage, so minus 30 damage, from attacks, again, from fire or water Pokemon. And that is 3 energy Tail Smack. Over here, 20 on 60, single, 80, find a friend, put a random Pokemon in your deck into your hand. Quillfish, Poison Sting. Your opponent's active Pokemon is not poison. Quagsire, 130, Surf, 80 damage. So there are some solid cards here for each element, honestly speaking. Right? Kind of sucks. The EXs I'm not a big fan of, 100% though. Wooper, 70 HP, Rain Splash, 30 damage. Octillery, 100 HP. Octazooka, 50 damage. If the defending Pokemon tries to use an attack, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, this attack doesn't happen. This effect lasts until the defending Pokemon leaves the action spot, and it doesn't stack. Wow. That's something. Delbert over there, 70 HP, Stumbling Draw. Mantine, Dive for 4 energy, 80 damage. Flip a coin if heads during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage and effects attacks done to this Pokemon. Suicune, Cure Stream, 70 damage during your opponent's next turn. Attacks used by defending Pokemon do negative 20 damage, so minus 20. Corphish, 60 HP, Vice Grip. Over here we have Lanturn EX, 150. Flashing Signal, 80 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. If tails, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. That unironically will be fun to use. That will unironically be fun to use. Okay. Yeah, that's Lanturn for you. Let's keep going. Over here we have Lightning Ball, 10 damage, 70. We already talked about Swan. We already talked about Ducklet. Crawdons over here, 100. Unruly Claw during your turn. When you play this Pokemon from your hand and evolve one of your Pokemon, you may discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So just by evolving, yeah, you take away an energy from them. And then Crabhammer. Elekid. This attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's banished Pokemon. Ampharos, 150. Thunder Punch, 80 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 40 more damage. If tails, this Pokemon does 20 damage to itself. Falafi, 2 energy. Zap Kick, 90 damage. Mareep, Static Shock, 20 damage, 60 HP. Pichu, 30. Crackly Toss. Take 1 energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your banished Pokemon. Smoochum, 30 damage. Shivery Wave, 20 times. This attack does 20 damage for each energy attached to the active Pokemon. Opponent's active Pokemon. Slowking. Psychic, 10 plus. This attack does 30 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's currently where we're at. Currently. Slowpoke has Rest over there. Emolga is also here, 70. Raging Thunder, 40. This attack does 10 damage to one of your bench Pokemon. Raikou, 90 HP. Thunder, 70 damage. This Pokemon also does 20 damage to itself. And then there you go, Espeon. So then we already know 3 of them, which means there's not many EX left. So I think most of the ones we were looking for aren't there. Togekiss, 140. Celestial Blessing. If any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks, flip a coin. If heads, prevent this damage. 70 damage, Magical Shot. Togetic, 90. Speed Dive, 30. Over here, Togepi, 60. Charm. During your opponent's next turn, attacks used by the defending Pokemon do minus 20 damage. Cleffa, 30 HP. Twinkly Call. Put a random Pokemon from your deck in your hand. Jinx, 80 HP. Attract Smack. 30 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Unknown, 60 HP. Power. This ability works if you have the Unknown in play with an ability other than Power. Attacks used by your Pokemon do 10 plus damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. And then you have Hidden Power for 20 damage. This ability only works if you have an Unknown to play with an ability other than Guard. All your Pokemon take minus 10 damage from attacks, from your opponent's attacks. So minus 10 and minus plus 10 attack. Espeon, 140, we already talked about this. Xatu, 80, Life Drain. Natu, 50. Over here we have 1 energy for 20 damage. Granbull, Wild Tackle. This Pokemon does 20 damage to itself. Snubbull, over here, 60 HP. Ram. Girafarig over here. Psybeam, 3 energy, 50 damage. Their opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Wobbuffet, we already talked about it. Gliscor, 2 energy. Sharp Fang. Gligar. Rock Throw over here. Sudowoodo, 2 energy. Headbutt Onix, 3 energy. And Marshana, 110. Dream Dance, both active Pokemon are now asleep. Ouch. There you go. Yeah. Over here, a bunch of cards. We'll kind of skim through some of these here quicker. We have Swinub over there. Whoops, sorry. Mud Slap, 30 damage. We have over here Slappy Knuckles, no energy. Baby Pokemon, 20 damage, 30 HP. Oh, Donphan is here. EX, 160. Gigantic Press, 50 plus. If this Pokemon has at least 2 extra energy attached, this attack does 60 more damage. So 3 energy for almost 110 damage. Fanfy over here, Reckless Charge, 30 damage. This Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. Mamoswine, 160. Earthquake, 4 energy. 160. This attack also does 20 damage to each one of your bench Pokemon. Ouch. Bit of a rough one there, but the payoff could be there. Piloswine, 100 damage, 100 HP, 70 damage. Headbutt. Barbacle over here, Dynamic Chop, 70. Dual Chop 30 times, flip 2 coins. This attack does 30 more damage for each heads. Pupitar over here, Guard Press, During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 30 damage from attacks. Tackle, hit him on top. Hit him on top over there. Piercing spin, 20 damage. This attack does 20 more for, again, or one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So Crobat EX is what they went with over here as well. Crobat EX, Venomous Slash, 70 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Okay. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if this is 100% like the best EXs. Like, as in Pokemon choice-wise. Let's go with that. Pokemon choice-wise, I don't know if this is like the best EXs to go for. So, yeah. We'll go with that. Golbat, Venomous Fang, Zubat, Weevil, Sneasel, Honchkrow. Pretty basic attacks. Nothing too crazy. Clink. Yeah, no Tyranitar EX either. Damn it. Okay, over here. Murkrow, we have Umbreon, we have 3 energy, sorry, Shell Crush, Absolute Leap Over. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Tyranitar 160. Once during your turn, you may move all of your energy from each one of your Pokemon to this Pokemon. That's kind of cool. Tyranitar 130. Houndoom, Diving Swipe 70. Over there, we get 60 for Bite. Clink also is there. Vice Grip. We have Mawile. We have Skarmory. So Skarmory also gets 140. Steel Wing 70. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks. There you go. Skizor. We have Gale Thrust 50 plus. If this Pokemon moved from your bench, if this Pokemon moves from your bench, so the active Pokemon spot this turn, to the active Pokemon spot this turn, this attack does 50 more damage. Steelix over here, heavy impact, 4 energy. Chansey, Scrunch, flip a coin if heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon. This thing just keeps flying back and forth. Fearow, 90 damage, or 90 HP, Peck Bugs, 30 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is now a Leaf Pokemon, this attack does 40 more damage. Clang Clang over here, 150. Gear Spinner, 70 damage. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon's Gear Spinner attack does 70 plus damage. 70 plus damage. Holy. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Clang over here, 80. Porygon 2. We already talked about this one. We also have these ones. We talked about all these. So Blissey's there too. 150. Energy Blow, 20 plus. This Pokemon. This attack does 20 more damage for each energy attached to this Pokemon. Talked about all these already. And Furret. Tail Smash, 80 damage for 1 energy. Flip a coin. If Tails, attack does nothing. So a bit of a gamble. Over here, we have a bunch more cards. Knocked Owl, Fly. Flip a coin. If Tails, this attack does nothing. If Heads, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. Stantler, 80 HP. Enhanced Horns, 20 plus. If this Pokemon has a Pokemon tool attached to it, this attack does 50 more damage. Swing Around, 60 plus. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 20 more damage for each Heads. So we have Shiny Vaporeon. We have Smeargle over there. Splatter Coating, 50 damage. Change the type of a random energy to your opponent's active Pokemon to one of the following at random. That's actually a kind of cool attack. Continuous Headbutt. Flip a coin until you get Tails. This attack does 70 damage for each Heads. It's a bit of a more of a gambler, but that's there. Magikarp over here. Magnemite, Magneton, Primeape. All of these are shiny Pokemon. Nidoking, Nidorina, Nidoran, Nidoqueen, Gyarados. Miss Magius also has an EX. Sorry, shiny. Okay. Licky. Got the shiny as well. Pachirisu, Yanmega, Glaceon, Leafeon, Weavile. Yeah, I would have expected everything except maybe Licky and Miss Magius. I was thinking these two would definitely get it. These two, I don't know. Gyarados, obviously. That's what it looks like for shinies, though. Jolteon, Flareon have one as well. Lickitung. We got all our artworks over here. So Blossom, Chikorita, Yanma shiny, Shuckle. Did we talk about Shuckle already? Yeah, right? No, did we? What is it? Solid Shell. This Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks, triple slap. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 20 more damage for each heads, 20 times. 120 HP. Ho over here, Magby, also baby. Taking fire energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your bench basic Pokemon. No energy, so it just automatically happens. Cyndaquil 60, Flare, Heracross 90, Shuckle EX. Looks super cool. Kingdra looks super cool. Kingdra EX. Ho-Oh EX, Ho-Oh EX Immersive. There you go. Delbird, Octillery also there. Quillfish, Totodile looks beautiful. Lanturn, Togepi, Ampharos as well. What the hell is this beautiful art? Lanturn Pichu. Here's the Xatu. We have Espeon, Donphan over here. Wobbuffet, Espeon, Umbreon, Crobat, Spinarak, Tyranitar. Yeah, super cool arts though. Skarmory. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all it is, yeah. Okay, so now we just gotta check trainers. So let's check trainers real quick and we'll see what they cooked. So last but not least, trainers. I know this is one of the more important ones. I forgot this is the last image they have. Immersive Lugia as well, Smeargle, and then Crown Rare is Lugia. Elemental switch where you type in Will. The next time you flip any number of coins for the effect of an attack, ability, or trainer card, after using this card on its turn, the first coin flip will definitely be heads. Oh my god. That, dude, that actually has so much use case. It's not even funny. What the hell? That has so many use case for so many different cards. And automatically, whoever you pair this card with, oh my god, there's no way that's a real card. That is a real card. Wow. Isn't there? Okay, wait. Let me just check something. I'm gonna fact check this. This might just be the card. Just be whatever set. Okay, whatever booster pack that card in automatically is the winner. I mean, I'm just kidding around, but no. Let me just check this real quick. Shouldn't that be insane for like so many Pokemon? Tinkaton, Alolan Executor, right? There's so many different Pokemon that could be insane for. Wow. There's also Dark Pendant. If the Dark Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and it's damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, your opponent reveals a random card from their hand and shuffles it into their deck. Steel Apron, the steel Pokemon this card is attached to takes minus 10 damage from attacks from your opponent's active Pokemon, recovers from all special conditions, and can't be affected by any special conditions. That's kind of cool. Squirt Bottle, discard a fire energy from your opponent's active Pokemon, nuking fire decks just a little bit. Jasmine, during your opponent's next turn, all of your Steelix and Skarmory EX takes minus 50 damage from attacks and from your opponent's Pokemon. Fisher, flip 3 coins for each water Pokemon is chosen in random from your discard pile and put into your hand. Over here we have Silver, your opponent's reveals their hand, choose a supporter card and and shuffle it into your opponent's deck. Lyra, switch your active Pokemon that has a damage on it with one of your bench Pokemon. Dude, Whale goes crazy. Hiker, for each of your fighting Pokemon in play, look at the mini cards at the top of your deck and put them back in any order. Will, what the hell is that? What the hell is Will? Oh my god, okay, that's like sadly, that's the craziest card here. So in my opinion, just to go through some of the cards and talk about like the ones that I think that are pretty solid, I think that Ho-Oh with whatever fire sort of thing you want to go with seems pretty good. Will seems crazy with so many different cards, it's not even funny. Xatu also seems really good when originally reading through it. That was also kind of there. Lanturn also, so out of like the highlights, Lanturn's definitely there. Typhlosion has some playability as like a pseudo Greninja if you were to say for fire in a way. Espeon, obviously speaking, that was a card again we knew yesterday that was pretty good. You could see some play out of Donphan. I'm not gonna say that it's not there, but I want to see tomorrow how that one operates and such. What else? Yeah, Shuckle could be good, dude. Unironically, Shuckle could be really good too. So wherever those cards that I listed fall, you could see something really nice. Heracross also is not that bad. Typhlosion as mentioned. You could be seeing a lot of play there. Will put so much into a lot of decks there. It's not even funny. Will is a huge meta changer. That's gonna be so much fun. That's genuinely gonna be so much fun. And then also for your Skarmory, right? Jasmine is the Skarmory one? Yeah, Skarmory EX and Steelix. It looked like Steelix EX for a second. Steelix, sorry. Minus 50 damage from your opponent's Pokemon. So that's pretty nice, actually. Fisher, flip 3 coins for each water. So water gets that too. Silver, your opponent's Pokemon over there. Yeah. So genuinely speaking, is the Ho-Oh pack just better, if that is? Because again, we still don't know 100% where the pack falls. But wherever sort of Typhlosion falls, I would say maybe Ninetales falls. But Kingdra could be good. You have to wait till tomorrow to like have a full-on answer. But maybe the Ho-Oh pack leans towards it. Because again, Ho-Oh initially seems to be the better card, but anything can change. Like, for example, you buffed so many old cards as well. Alolan Executor is going to have so much fun. Skarmory should be having a lot of fun as well. This Pokemon takes minus 20 from attacks. So during the opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes minus 20. So if you have Jasmine as well, you take minus 70 damage. Because you already are taking minus 20 damage. Now take minus 50 on top of that during a card play. So Skarmory is going to be, I guess you could say, tanky. He'll be able to take a hit very well. Yeah. Shuckle's there too. So Shuckle, Heracross, Ho-Oh. Kingdra should have some decent play, but Lanturn also looks really fun. So again, wherever those cards end up being, that maybe the pack to go for. I don't know if Crobat is like insane. Tyranitar has some fun things there. I don't know if it's 100% like hardcore meta, but we'll have to see. Anything could change tomorrow, dude. There's so much. Yeah, there's so much in the set that could be there. I'm just mad that most of my cards didn't get EXs. That's where I'm sad. Most of my cards didn't get EXs. Octillery sounds pretty cool as well. That was a fun one. Smeargle's like a meme card, dude. Just troll. Change the thing there. Whoops. My bad, dude. That'd be so stupid to do. That'd be actually so stupid to do. Yeah, so let me know what you think altogether. Xatu looks pretty nice as well. If you're running something like that. Will, obviously speaking, enables so much. Feraligatr looks okay. Nothing crazy though, so we'll have to wait till tomorrow to see like a better like full-blown answer. But Tyranitar, maybe Kingdra, teaming up with a lot of different cards, you have a lot of potential here. So whichever pack ends up having those cards, we'll find out exactly when we have like a full update to this. For some reason, all the leaks are like all over the place. Once we have a full update, I can give you a better answer. But for now, that might be the one to lean towards. So take care, have fun. RIP to the dogs, bro. They didn't deserve this. They're the mid ones, if anything.